So, here we have the three scenarios that we can choose from. We've got Sai Koroshi, Hirukowashi, and Bats Koishi. Now, there is technically an order in which you can go through, um, but I did want to go in the real, the true release order for all these chapters. So you could just go in order, literally top to bottom. But the technical first release would be Hirukowashi. So this is the one that we're going to be doing first. So Hirukowashi is the strongest pursuer of love. This is a tale of a peculiar dispute over the precious jewels, the Magatama of Fuwarazu, jewels capable of granting mutual love that befalls the club members. People who haven't played Higurashi Daybreak can enjoy this too. For other pairings, please enjoy Higurashi Daybreak. And if I recall, Daybreak is something that we can't really check out. Or if I recall, Daybreak was a fighting game. If I'm not mistaken, it's been a bit. Just know that it's a different game, and we're probably either not going to be checking it out now or we're going to be checking it out later. But some of these had their stories adapted into a visual novel format. That way, you don't have to worry about playing them. I guess, because you know, at least in my opinion, Higurashi so far has been best enjoyed visually by literally by literally reading a visual novel when compared to, I don't know, playing a fighting game instead. So we'll start with Hirukowashi, and then we'll do the other two later. But for now, let's check this one out. If there is an intro cutscene or an intro movie, I guess you'll see. So, the console version of Hirukowashi is significantly different from the original PC version. It's almost a whole new arc. Which version would you like to play? Hmm. Interesting. I think we'll still check out the original PC version, though. And go with this. Okay, here's the cutscene. So, look away if you don't want spoilers. Okay. So that probably looked a little weird um compared to a lot of the other intros. But yeah, that was I'm pretty sure that was the intro to Higurashi Daybreak, which, like I mentioned before, it is a fighting game. I had to just look it up to double check. But Higurashi Daybreak is a fighting game. From what fucking era was it? I think it was on the PSP. One sec. Let me just double check. I should have done all this beforehand, but I was kind of rushing. It's a 3D game, yeah, and it's from 2006. And it was for PC and the PSP, yes. So it's interesting. So the opening cutscene might have seemed a little weird, seeing all the like chibi versions of all our favorite characters, just fighting each other. But again, that's kind of the plot of the game, I guess. So that's kind of what you do in game. You fight the other children from Hinamizawa. There was one new character that we saw in that opening cutscene, which I don't think we've seen before. But anyway, if there is audio, there will be like voice acting, and if not, I'll be reading most of this. By that I mean I'm not going to be reading what's on screen now, which is just Rena humming. You're in a good mood. You found a new pile of trash at the dam site, didn't you? Yep, that's right. I wonder what's buried in the new pile. I predict I'll find a cute little treasure. After I get home, I'm going straight there for treasure hunting. Keiichi-kun, wanna come too? Wanna come? Who, me? I still haven't finished all the comics Mion let me. Ooh, a girl invites you out, but you'd rather read comics? How? This is what I get for helping a friend in need during club today, huh? No, I'm sorry, I lied. I'm all for treasure hunting. Please allow this one to accompany you on your journey, Rena-san. Club activities today could be summed up as heartless. Every man for himself. Anyone showing weakness was crushed and dropped into last place. I would gladly romp the people at an advantage and be romped when the roles were reversed. But today, luck just wasn't in my favor, and the deciding match completely backfired on me. That was when Rena had given me a little help. But you ended up in last anyway. The punishment game is this Sunday, and I can't wait. Ooh, you helped me so much, and now look at me. I'm worthless. In the end, I couldn't put Rena's help to good use, and that locked me in last place. But it was definitely thanks to her that I could even try going for that big deciding match to turn things around. If she hadn't helped me out, I would have lost even worse, without even having that opportunity. But Rena didn't have any responsibility to try and rescue me. Normally you decide that if you couldn't hope for first, you could at least avoid last. If she left me alone, it would have assured my last place finish. She wouldn't gain anything from saving me aside from risk to herself, would she? And yet she helped me anyway. That fragment of kindness in the world of our cold, heartless club was sublime, as though the Buddha's nimbus had reached me in hell. I believe the Buddha's nimbus being the cloud, can actually fly. Like you can sit on it, and I'm pretty sure that's what like Goku uses in Dragon Ball. Like we know he uses a nimbus cloud, but I'm pretty sure it's a specific reference to that cloud. Anyway. The one rule of our club was to fight without pity or mercy. But even amidst that, Rena was the one who always held on to her kindness. She wants everyone to have a good time playing games. You think too highly of me. Rena just hates one-sided games. I mean, anyone would get sulky if they knew they couldn't make a comeback no matter how hard they fought. Well, I guess. After all, once I was locked in for the punishment game. Oh wait, I think that was a fuck. It's so hard telling who's speaking because they're not color-coded. Well, I guess after all, I was locked in for the punishment game, or once I was locked in for the punishment game, they started taking my clothing measurements without waiting for the end. Ah, crap. What the heck did they need that for? I think you can always make a comeback no matter how bad it gets, or more like that's how the world should be. That's why Rena can't help but give a chance to people who are up a creek without a paddle. Rena, you're such a nice person. When you were weak, I knocked you out without mercy, so hearing this pricks my conscience. Rena does it because she wants to. I'm not telling you to do it too. But, well, when Rena's in a pinch, she'd be really happy if you repaid the favor. She would be. Right, I owe you one for today. Well, aside from that, I'll go treasure hunting with you once in a while. Let's meet up at the dam site? Okay, let's meet up at the treasure mountain. After answering with a wide smile, Rena ran off, waving her arm. Rika, if you don't go shopping soon, you'll miss the special sales. Each customer can get 1 pack of eggs for 10 yen. What? That's so cheap. And this is in like, well, this is in the 80s as well. But even still, that's so cheap. And a 6 pack of toilet paper is on sale for 8 yen today. And it comes with a sample bath cleaner, and we get twice the stamps if we go before sundown. Jeez, Rika, it was your turn to go shopping today. What is it, Hanyu? Satoko's going to get mad if I don't go shopping soon. Rika, here, look at this. What? Oh, what happened? This incense burner is missing a foot. It deteriorated over time, huh? It's really worn out. We have lots of tools to easily fix something like this these days, so don't worry. Maybe we can stick it back on with some wood glue. Not that. This incense burner was offered by your ancestors 200 years ago to seal something away. If it's broken, that means the seal is undone. You know, you have a habit of making a huge deal out of the silliest things. What is it? I don't think we've seen this sprite of Rika before. At least, the classic one. We can still swap between them. Oh god, I forgot how terrible the manga gamer art is. Look at this shit. They look like disgusting homunculi. I can't get over it. But here, sorry, Rika's face is a little bit, like, tilted, which is interesting. Like, it's the same pose, but they tilt it, like, the eyebrows and the face a little bit, so it looks like it's kind of at an angle. Anyway, I'm also gonna have to remember their names. I know we spent a whole year with this cast, but it's been a while. So forgive me if I get some of the names mixed up in my head. But anyway. Something terribly bad? It's dangerous. If used in the wrong way, it could cause a huge disaster. My ancestors went to the bother of sealing it. My ancestors bothered with sealing it, so it must be bad. So, how bad of a disaster would this be? It's all written in the scroll here, complete with pictures. Okay. What do we have here? The calamity of the Magatama of Fuwarazu. One summer, which had come earlier than most years, the Magatama of Fuwarazu. It's probably like Magatama no Fuwarazu. Anyway, 2 most valuable jewels, never to be removed from the premises, spilled into the world of man and brought forth a most terrible disaster. We've talked about what Magatama are in the past, specifically when playing through games like Shin Megami Tensei, but just know that they're sacred, they're sacred jewels or like instruments used in. I don't remember if Buddhism also uses it, but if not, if it's not just them, then Shintoism as well. But they look like little teardrops. Or imagine a comma, like the actual, grammatical, like point. It looks like a comma, but it's made of like jade or like a teardrop. That's what they look like. And they're usually used just specifically in Shintoism and sometimes Buddhism, I assume, for honestly various things. In Shin Megami Tensei 3, you would swallow Magatama. Well, you wouldn't swallow Magatama. In that game, the Magatama were worms, and you would stick them in your eye, and you would swap them out that way to get different powers, but that's completely different. Anyway. The way this is written, it seems like a lot of people would be hurt. The Magatama Fuwarazu are valuable jewels of hell, left behind by the savage gods. Should they appear in the human village, the hell daemons shall appear, possess its people, and create a hellish portrait of pandemonium. Wait, does that mean a mass outbreak? That would be bad. It would be such a disaster that even Takano would be overjoyed. It has a wonderful power if used properly, but, well, if you use it wrong, things get this bad. Look at Hanyu, she looks evil. I don't think we've seen this sprite, or if we did, we didn't see it often. Ugh. It's very dangerous, so your ancestors sealed it away beyond the distant sky to place it far away from the human world. And now that the seal is broken, what happens? That which is sealed above the sky will be unsealed. So it's simple. It'll fall down somewhere in the village. Which means we should find it right away and seal it again. And then here we have the super smug Rika. God, look at her. she's so fucking cocky and so smug. Ugh. God, I hate seeing the gremlin version. But did you say it has a wonderful power if used properly? It might be something I'd want to play with a little first. Anyway, find it quickly. If someone else finds it and figures out how to use it for evil, then someone like Takano always ends up picking these things up. There's no way we can let that tramp get her fingers on the food of the shrine treasure. Oh my god. Treasure hunting. There's two fun things about it. One is obviously finding cute treasures, but do you know the other? Getting all sweaty and not finding anything, realizing how precious our lives and time are, snapping out of it and going home? They say you don't get tired when you're having fun, but where in that slender body was Rena storing all of this horsepower? Rummaging through an oversized garbage heap was exhausting in and of itself. It didn't take long for me to pull out a picnic basket, spread it on a decommissioned vehicle's roof, and sprawl out on it. No, that isn't it. It's the time you spent looking and wondering what kind of cute things you'll happen to find. That's what makes it so much fun, even if you don't find anything. Well, it wasn't boring for me either. Thanks to all the work, this bottle of barley tea you brought tastes great. This is definitely better than the stuff at my house. How should I put it? It's like they smell different or something. That's the normal kind. You just put a pack in a teapot and boil it to get the flavor. Oh, boiling it must be the secret. We just dump cold water in and put it in the fridge. I guess you don't get the flavor if you don't heat it up first. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Irena pounded her fist, then put her treasure hunting aside for a moment and came over to me. Then she brought over a bag and took something out before unwrapping it. Why, how considerate. They're cookies. Their lack of uniformity meant they had to be homemade. Did you make these yourself? I'd be glad to have some. Yep, these are great. They're leftovers from yesterday. Dad ate most of them, so there weren't many left. Rena didn't even get to have that many. I see, so I shouldn't eat them all by myself. I'll just eat half. You have some too. These are cookies after my own heart. This flavor, this texture. Oh, they're extraordinary. Rena doesn't need any, so you can eat them all, Kage-kun. You look so happy with them, so both Rena and the cookies she made are really happy too. Really? Guess I don't need to hold myself back. I could kill a man just to have one of these cookies. Oh no, Keiji. Not again. That's a terrible thing to say, but I'm happy I am. This fun moment sitting together. Going with Rena on a treasure hunt was the right choice. If only I ended up shutting myself up in my room with Mion's comics, it would have been rude to the day itself. Scarlet began to creep into the sky. Flocks of birds started flying past. Maybe they were going back to their nests. Rena had already put away the cookie wrappers. It looked like it was time to go. So, what did you dig up today? Hopes for tomorrow, I guess. This pile goes a lot deeper. I'm sure something will turn up, and I can tell by the smell. Ha-ooh. God, I'm so glad I can't do the super annoying Keiichi laugh, or he's like, or something. It's terrible. If you say something will turn up, I'm sure it will. Don't lose heart. Will it be gold or a hot spring? I can't wait. Imagine finding a hot spring here. If I go treasure hunting tomorrow too, will you come with me? Me? I'll consider it if I can eat more of your homemade cookies. I didn't bake any more cookies, so I won't have them tomorrow. If I don't make cookies, you won't come? Huh? Don't look at me with those eyes. Okay, I get it. I'll help you so don't give me that look. You'll break my glass conscience. I got Keiichi to help me tomorrow. When Keiichi is with me, it's even fun even if I don't find anything. Rena usually went treasure hunting alone, but she probably also had fun doing it with friends once in a while. She gave me a fresh, invigorating smile, the kind she didn't usually show anyone during club activities. Or club games. After that, we decided to clean up, pack up, and leave. And the moment we went up the embankment, there was a sudden dazzling flash. My eyes. Caught those blissful smiles on candid camera. Tomitake-san. And Takano-san too. Hello. Hello there. Jiro-san has no tact, does he? Wrecking your date just like that. It wasn't a date or anything. Not a date. Not a date. Right, Rena? Or Rena? How? A boy and a girl coming to an empty place like this to talk about the future? Well, that's fine. That's the kind of discussion that will strengthen the bond between you. Right, Takano-san? When we first met, Jiro-san always had the funniest, most awkward ways of asking me out. I remember one masterful excuse in particular. What was it? Whoa, hold on there. That was my mistake, and well... Takano ran off, giggling, and Tomitake chased after her. From afar, they looked like they had to be a great couple. They seemed mismatched at first, but they like each other a lot. Yeah, they have completely opposite personalities. Maybe they went together like bumps and dents and puzzle pieces. And I guess, I mean, I know we're like 30 minutes into this, but like, again, if you haven't like played Higurashi, or if you haven't seen the previous playthrough, there is going to be spoilers. I'm probably going to be bringing up a lot of stuff. So I guess just be forewarned. I would definitely recommend you check out just either the normal playthrough or go read it yourself, whichever you prefer. And then watch this later. Especially if you're like 30 minutes into this and you're watching this on YouTube like 2 weeks from now or whatever, or next week. And you're like, oh man, these characters look so fun. And then you see something like shocking, like that's already to be expected. So just be forewarned, I guess. Or, I guess, warned a little bit too late, but whatever. Just like a bump and a dent. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? No, I wasn't trying to say anything weird. Stop blushing, you're only making this more awkward. I wonder. Bumps and dents, bump, dent, bump, dent. Okay, it's the same in Japanese. I thought they were just not translating shit. Oh no, Rena's completely broken. The only way to solve this is her usual method, punching me out cold. Alright, Rena, I'm prepared. Give me your usual lightning-fast punch and KO me in an instant. But then, something flew towards Rena and clunked her in the head. What was that? Rena suddenly choked up and fell to her knees, coughing over and over in a way that clearly wasn't normal. Hey, what's wrong? Are you okay, Rena? I rubbed Rena's back as she coughed. The heck just happened? What's the matter? Are you alright, Rena? Rena? Hang on. Can you breathe? Did you two throw something and hit Rena just now? Huh? What are you talking about? I definitely saw it. Something came flying and hit Rena in the head. I was sure it was something Tomitake or Takano had thrown. But they wouldn't do something so mean, would they? Would they? Then what was it? Are you telling me that whatever it was fell from the heavens or something? Are you alright, Rena? Do you need a handkerchief? Thanks. Did you swallow something the wrong way? Have you calmed down? I was looking at the sky and fooling around when something suddenly flew into my mouth and I swallowed it. Oh no. Swallowed it? What did you swallow? Does your stomach hurt or anything? It doesn't, but I feel a little strange. I wonder why. Did a bug fly into your mouth? I almost said open mouth, for some reason. If it's bothering you, you should try vomiting. Oh god, they should have a sink at the office site you can use. Drink a lot of water, then put your finger in the back of your throat and throw it all up. Oh no. She's teaching her weight loss remedies from the 80s. And this game is set in the 80s. That's a good idea. Rena, I'll help you stand, so let's go. Huh? I feel better. What? Yeah. It felt like something was rolling around in my stomach, but it went away. I don't feel it anymore. Are you sure it was nothing? I hope you're alright. If it's really bothering you, we can take an x-ray of your stomach to see if there's a need to remove it. Are you sure it was nothing? Yes. Yep, I'm totally fine now. Even I don't get it. Like, what could have even happened here? I'm as fit as a fiddle. Really? Should we go to the clinic and have Coach look at you, just in case? No, I'm good. I'll do that if I feel sick tomorrow. But I'm all better for today. Thanks for worrying about me, everyone. The person concerned said it was nothing, so there was no point in prying any further. We said farewell to Tomitake and Takano, and then I walked Rena back to her house. At first, I was worried about Rena suddenly growing worse. But as I listened to her go on and on about how fun today's treasure hunt was, my worries drifted away, and we got to talking about going hunting again tomorrow. Bye, Keiichi. Thanks for taking me home. If club tomorrow ends early, let's go treasure hunting again, together again. Yeah, and thanks for the cookies and barley tea today. It won't be homemade, but I'll bring some kind of snack tomorrow. Please look forward to it. Awesome. I can't wait. Rena's mood seemed so good that she was fit to burst. As I watched her, I completely forgot about the fuss over the foreign object earlier. It's already really dark out. Why don't we do this tomorrow? I don't want some old person to find me and say, "Oh, Rika, you mustn't be walking alone at this hour." Most importantly, they can't see you. We can't. We have to find them as soon as we can. I can feel the energy waves from the sealed treasure. It has to be around here somewhere. If only your ghost energy antenna was a little more precise. We've been coming and going all over the village. I'm tired. You don't know the terrible power of the Magatama of Fuwarazu. If you did, you might be a little more enthusiastic about this. They're mystical jewels that bind people in love, right? If you give one the pair of red and white Magatama to your sweetheart, your love will be reciprocated. Isn't that wonderful? That's exactly why it's dangerous. The young people around here would have a big bloody war over them. One story says that a group of men started killing each other over a single maiden. It's nice being young, isn't it? But I guess you're right. They should be lying by the roadside. Perhaps once the food of the shrine maiden retrieves them, she'll have a little bit of fun with them before returning them to the heavens. No, you can't. Oh, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Ah, I thought I saw something glimmer. Sorry, I thought I saw something glimmer on the dark night road. It looked almost like luminous paint, and for a few moments, the light shone weakly. Is that it? I pointed my flashlight at it and saw a small open box on its side. Though small, it had an intricate design, convincing me it would make sorry, convincing me it would make sense if it held the food of the shrine's treasure. But the outside didn't matter. What mattered was on the inside. Ah, empty. I see. The two Magatama, one red and one white, would sit in these dents. On the inside, it was like a jewel box, empty, save for the two depressions the Magatama probably fit into. It might be lying around nearby. Let's look for it. Why don't you use your ghost antenna? A human can't search for such a little jewel in the dark. Well, I think my ghost energy transmitter is stuck on the box instead. If they're not in the box, I can't search for them. How useless. Wait, transmitter? What? I swung my flashlight about, but it was clear to me that even if it had been daytime, we wouldn't have been able to find anything in all the gravel and weeds. The Magatama were probably only the size of candies, judging by the size of the depressions in the box. So yeah, they're like, if you make like a claw with your index finger and your thumb, like that's probably how big the Magatama is. You know, like a few centimeters or like an inch and a half, 2 inches in length. They probably flew out of the box. Sorry, they probably flew out when the box fell out of the sky and hit the ground. And right next to the trash piles. The day it falls down this slope and into that mess, it'll be over. We'll never find it. Actually, what about Rena, Lord of the Trash Piles? The red and white jewels were called Magatamas, but the pictures of them in the scroll looked more like key rings with seals on them. To be frank, Rena's fingers would be just itching for these. Come to think of it, Rena said she was going to stop by the landfill, didn't she? It was a new trash pile, so I think she wanted to go treasure hunting. Could Rena have picked them up? I don't know. I don't know. I'll ask her at school tomorrow. Calling her this late would be pretty rude. Let's call it quits for today. Sadako will get worried if I'm out any longer. And if I read the scroll a little more closely, it might give us a hint, right? Good grief. She's like, yada yada. This is one troublesome magic item that made its way into Hinamizawa. Wait, I end up reading old documents and treasure hunting no matter what scenario I'm in. Oh, it's true. Good grief. Today our normally fun lunchtime was somehow lacking in excitement. This was because Rena had been acting strange since this morning. You haven't looked good all day. Are you feeling sick? No, I'm not sick. There's that sigh again. Did you know that every time you sigh, a little a little more happiness is allowed to escape? Yeah, happiness. It wasn't this bad when we first got to school. Was she sick after all? She'd been kind of dazed all morning, like she was running a slight fever. Do you want some cold medicine from the nurse's office? The difference in temperature between day and night has been pretty extreme lately. No, I'm okay. And then look at her. God, that console sprite is really weird. Ugh. But this one is very cute. Today, well, could you leave Rena alone? Could you? Rena said only that, her tone lethargic, before leaving our circle and going back to her seat. Then she rested her chin on her hand, stared out the window, and sighed again. Hmm. From what this old man can, from what this old man can, fucking hell, from what this old man can see, it must be love. Love? Oh, that's, well, what a splendid occasion indeed. No doubt about it. Her mind's been somewhere else all day, filled with thoughts of a certain someone. Putting your chin on your hand and sighing like that, isn't that exactly what a maiden in love would do? You think? It looks to me like, well, she's feeling sick because she swallowed something weird yesterday. Something weird? Yeah, yesterday when we went treasure hunting. Something I don't know what fell on her. And then it popped right into her mouth and she swallowed it whole. So what, it fell from the sky? Must have been one of Cupid's arrows of love. Fell from the sky? As we were focused on our Rena discussion, Rika, who had secretly planted a frog toy on Satogo's seat, pricked up her cat-like ears and turned around. Those are just human ears viewed from the side, right? I must be seeing things. Keiichi, what's wrong with Rena? Well, get this. Yesterday, she said that someone had dumped a new trash pile at the dam site, and we went treasure hunting there. The usual stupid stuff happened, and right when she looked at the sky with her mouth open wide, something fell, dropped right into her mouth, and she accidentally swallowed it whole. Something fell out of the sky and into her mouth? And she swallowed it? Hanyu, did you hear that? That can't be. Hanyu being invisible was convenient at times like this. As Rena breathed another sigh, her expression absent-minded, Hanyu went right up to her, held her hands above her head, and started trying to sense something. What did you just yell for? Wait, you mean... Magatama is inside Rena. The Magatama's power is inside her. Well, that makes things easy. Want to try a drive-by gut punch? Actually, her counterattack would kill me. What about giving her a laxative? Wait, this isn't a joke. It isn't that simple, Ao. It's not even shaped like a Magatama anymore. Rena ate it, so its form lost all meaning, and now its power resides in Rena. Which means what? You can take a dose of Magatama and absorb it through digestion? What now? You were the one who created this item. Can't you do something? Wait, Hanyu made this? I thought it was our ancestors that just sealed it away. I mean, technically Hanyu is like, you know, the goddess of this like village, but, you know. Of course I can do something. If we get the red and white Magatama together, then bring her to my sanctuary, the foot of the shrine grounds, I can chant a curse-removing charm and undo it. And also, hey Billy, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, she is the super ancestor, I guess. Then it's simple. Let's bring Rena to the shrine on the way home, and that'll be that. But Rena only swallowed the red Magatama. Without the white one, I can't undo the curse. She's Demi-Rena right now. Then we'll fall in love with whoever picks up the white Magatama. And if the red Magatama's effects are appearing in Rena now, that means someone already did. That person is now the only thing on Rena's mind. If Rena goes out of control into something she can't take back, a fait accompli, it'll ruin her whole life. Why, you little... You made these magic items, you better take responsibility. Why the heck did you make something so dangerous? If you just use them properly, they have a wonderful effect. They can bond people in love. But they caused a huge disaster a long time ago, didn't they? I get it now. I know exactly why my ancestors sealed them away. You're such an inconvenient nuisance of a god. This is like a Ranma 1/2 episode, where Shampoo brings some fucking item from like ancient China, and she wants to use it on Ranma so that Ranma falls in love with her, and then it just so happens to affect the entire cast, and then they're all like fighting each other, or it does some weird thing where you know, it's like some fucking perfume that if you spray it on them and you spray it on yourself, you two fall in love. But when Ranma gets sprayed by it, it's then sprayed on like one of the male characters, and then he tries to get away from Ranma the entire episode, and then he accidentally sprays a girl after spraying himself, so now he's going after her, and then they have to like go to like some mountains in some town in some part of Japan, and then take a bath in the fucking hot springs to cleanse themselves, because that's the only way they can do it, and the only way you can actually like cleanse yourself from this weird perfume that's affecting everyone. That's literally what this entire like side story so far has been like. You're such an inconvenient nuisance of a god. But on the other hand, if it came undone like this, your ancestors didn't do a very good job at sealing it. When they sealed it, if they'd offer steamed buns or something to me like they were supposed to, it would have made the seal stronger. Oh my god. No, right, okay, now you've said it. Offerings are important, right? Then since you can't eat them, I'll eat them instead. The stuff we got at 7th Mart for such a bargain yesterday, that is. The giant maximum spicy king-size kimchi. And I'll make a special version just for you, where I mix it together with mustard and wasabi and Tabasco sauce, and pour it all on top. I'll be totally okay with that. But what about you? Rika, your sense of taste is crazy. If you ate that, you'd burn your tongue off. And then I'll shove it all inside those cream puffs I got for you. Ogre, you're an ogre, a brute, a monster. Stop it, stop it. Ow, 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 ow. It's too late to apologize. Eat this. Wait, me? Someone picked me up by the back of my shirt. What am I, a kitten? I looked up to see Keiichi holding me. I don't get what you're floundering around for, but you know something, don't you? Something about what happened to Rena. Meep. Meep. We'll need someone who speaks Meeplish to translate. Which is it, yes or no? She's faking innocence, which means she's guilty. What did you do to Rena? Guess there's no point in pretending anymore. Either way, I couldn't leave Rena like this. I confessed to them and asked for their help. Also, I forgot to fucking change the category and on Twitch. Sorry, on Kick. My god, hold on. We've been streaming to Monster Hunter Wilds this whole time. That's so fucking funny. Anyway. Sacred food of the shrine treasures the Magatama of Fuwarazu. That's right. Very amazingly annoying. Treasures that bind people in love, whose name is said to mean not knowing discord. Normal people. Although you'd think it'd be the opposite. This Magatama will help you find your Discord kitten. But if you don't know, Discord just means like loud conversations or loud noises. Usually, you know, disruptive noises. Anyway. From the scroll's pictures, they look just like key rings with seals on them, don't they? I agree. Even if it hadn't fallen into her mouth, knowing Rena, she would have taken them home. Why do these jewels look so adorable? Fur seals are known for their vigorous reproductive habits, so I think I've seen them used on TV to symbolize passionate love. I see. That proves that fur seals were made in Japan for hundreds of or thousands of years, and even introduced to the food of the shrine? I see. These might be some real out-of-place artifacts. But there's one thing that doesn't make any sense. Why would treasures like these fall out of the sky and into Rena's mouth? Still, I'm a little surprised treasures that belong to Oyashiro-sama would bind people in love. I always thought of him as someone who tormented and cursed people. People have been talking a lot about Oyashiro-sama's curse and stuff in recent years, which gave him a reputation for wickedness, but originally he was a god of marriage. Of course, mainly, he'd curse you if you didn't get along. Oh, indeed. I believe the food of the shrine used to sell marriage charms. So, this isn't just a story they tell about the Magatama. They actually work miracles. That's right. At this moment, the power of the Magatama Fuwarazu has taken root in Rena. From now, I'm just gonna call them Magatama. I'm not gonna read the entire title. It's so long. They were a red and white pair, right? And whoever holds the red one falls in love with whoever holds the white one? Sounds way more one-sided than a mutual love. Yep. But Anna swallowed the red one, so no matter who picks up the white one, she'll fall for them. It's turning out to be a rather fantastic story. And to return Rena to normal, we need to find the white Magatama. Plus, given how she's acting, someone's already found the white one, right? If we leave this be, Rena's just going to fall deeper and deeper in love with them, regardless of how she really feels. Sounds romantic, but we have no clue what sewer the other person crawled out of. We can't have that. All anyone has to do is pick it up to steal her heart, right? That's right. It could be a child or an old person, a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. To say nothing of a family member picking it up, that would be a disaster in a number of ways. That certainly would not be good. It would seem the situation calls for immediate action. It's a race against time. And it still works if you eat it, so if a dog happened to... Oh no! If a dog happened to walk by and gobble it up, it would be a terrible thing. That would be terrible, huh? This old man, he'll pass on that kind of thing. Why is that? Would that not keep damage to a minimum if Rena could play with a dog? Satoko is still pure. Pat pat. What a fucking line. What the fuck, dude? Hold on. This came out in 2006, so that makes a lot of sense, especially for the time, but my god. Anyway, we know these Magatama magically deceive people's hearts. We've got to do something before it's too late. Yeah. Free will is important in love. Free will is important in love. You can't force it with some magic spell or another. Even though that does seem a little romantic. Anyway, let's do something before it turns into a fait accompli. If we don't, it'll become a real disaster. The problem is, who picked up the white seal? Hinamizuo may be a rural village, but if we don't know who found it, there's nothing we can do. Huh? That's the easiest part. The magic is making Rena fall in love with the person with the white Magatama, isn't it? That person's all she's thinking about right now. In other words, we just have to ask Rena herself. Rena, this old man wants to know. Just who is it that stole your heart, Rena? Okay, well, Mion is dead now. I'd seen Rena go into a frenzy more than a few times before, but this had to have been the longest one yet. How? I can't say it. Well, I figured as much. Man, she got a lot stronger. There's a lot more hits in her combo, too. I'm sure she'll be nerfed in the next patch. And also, hey bro. So this is a Higurashi, Higurashi no Nakokoro ni Irei, which is a visual novel. And this is the Irei chapter, which is like something you play after you've read the entire thing. And it's not for everyone, but this is something that we need to go through and finish. So I would recommend you check out the playthrough if it seems interesting. It's up on YouTube. It's completely different to kind of what we're seeing now, but these are, you know, this is the main cast that you normally experience the story with. Anyway, it will be fine, Mion. It's just not right to ask a girl who she likes so directly. I'm sorry. This old man isn't a little girl, so he doesn't understand. This is getting really annoying. Rena, of all people, didn't know she could convert the love in her heart into raw attack power. This is just getting worse. Hey, you're directly responsible for this, so start thinking of a way to fix it. I'll think about it if you put that spicy demon away. Oh, is that so? Let's find out how many mouthfuls I need to eat before you come up with a bright idea. I'll think about it. I've got it. Just a little light bulb above her fucking head. That was pretty lame. So, what did you come up with? Hanyu pointed at Rena's seat. She was reading a book now, probably because she was tired from all the sitting around and staring out the window with her hand on her cheek. Sometimes she left the horseplay aside and read a book. It wasn't an unusual sight by any means, but she still seems different. She brought some books that aren't quite the same as her usual ones. What's the matter, Rika? I'm watching Rena. She might give us a hint. I wonder what she's reading. I can't really tell from here. Having learned her lesson from Rena's attack earlier, Mion was being careful to keep more distance than she had to. What is it? Oh, I think it's a how-to book. I wonder what she's learning about. Ah, they're photographs. It's a photography magazine. And she's got a camera catalog too. There's only one person in Hinamizawa who matches those keywords. Oh no. Yep, no doubt about it. She even has the weekly supplemental peeping issue. Nurse Low Angles Special Edition? There's only one person it could possibly be. The last item was the nail in the coffin, but anyway, it meant it had to be that guy. Jeez, he's always just wandering around, so why does he end up being a key person in every single world? Oh, I wonder if he'd teach me how to use a camera if I asked him. If I did, I wonder if he'd go into great detail. If he would. I wonder if he'd treat me nice if I dressed up as a nurse. If I dressed up. And then, oh. Rena calmly got out of her seat. Hearts and flower petals filled her eyes, and doubtless you would see an even more amazing image if you peered into them. Hey, Mi-chan. Rena suddenly feels really sick, so she's going home early. How brash. Rena burst out of the classroom without waiting for school to end. Rena? Oh, Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, perfect timing. Don't let Rena leave. Stop her. We can't do that. We saw what she did to the class president just now. It does seem impossible, even for all the club members at once to defeat her. We still can't let this happen. Satoko. Mion snapped her fingers and a single string dropped down from the ceiling, ending up in Satoko's hands. Excuse me? Oh, aye, sir. Take this. Satoko yanked it, and that was when the jump rope trap sprung into action near Rena's feet as she ran from the school entrance, or ran for. First we'll make her trip, and then we'll all pile on her. What? But before Satoko could finish, the jump rope tore with a loud ripping noise. Superhuman strength to tear apart a nylon jump rope like that. A mere jump rope was unable to stop Rena. Now she was already changing into her outdoor shoes at the shoe cubbies. Hey, no running in the halls. Sensei, I'm sorry, I'm going home early today. I'll invite you to the wedding reception. How? What? Hey, stop! How did I let a student get ahead of me? Wait, that's what you're upset about? We're leaving early too. We have to find Tomitake-san before Rena does and get our hands on the white Magatama. That's our only option. Let's search for places Tomitake might be. Or it might be in. Hanyu, look for Tomitake using your ghost energy radar. I don't like that name for it, but I can tell you he's on the shrine grounds. And Takano's with him. Oh, wonderful. Hooray for cliches. Couples are always together at times like these, aren't they? Tomitake should be at the shrine. You think so too, Rika? I was just thinking that. Great. But it looks like Rena is thinking the same thing. She's running towards the shrine. What monstrous speed. She'll be out of sight in the flashlight. She'll be out of sight in a flash at this rate. All we can do is chase after her. We have to do something before Rena starts hitting on Tomitake. When Takano gets jealous, the love triangle will be very awkward. I don't really care if the two of them break up, but it would be terrible if she vented her anger by putting her final plans into action right away. Can you imagine? Like, your boyfriend dumps you, so you just commit a war crime? Literally. Rena had already vanished out of sight, but we couldn't stop here. Our only choice, like Mion said, was to chase her down as fast as we could and keep casualties to a minimum. Casualties. And so we made it to the shrine. Cliches are wonderful. The typical sense of carnage everyone was expecting had come to fruition. Oh my, I should have expected no less, Jiro. You sure are popular with children. Since when were you such a celebrity, huh? You've got it all wrong. This has to be some kind of mistake. Rena, don't cling to me like that. Oh god, does it look like in a console? This looks a little bit more normal. Ugh. Hey, Tomitake, can you teach Rena about all the things you can do with cameras? Can you teach her? Well, I mean, the way of the camera is long and treacherous, but it's definitely worth traveling. I'm happy you're showing an interest in it, but Rena... Oh, well, don't mind me then. After all, Jiro is a very, very kind-hearted veteran cameraman. You can hear the little whooshing sound in the background behind the music. He'd be nice and teach just about any interested girl, not only me. Isn't that right? That kind, gentle part of you, Tomitake. Rena loves it. I wonder if you could teach me about cameras and about many other things too. Many other things. What other things? Jiro, you haven't even found out what those other things are yet, but you'll still teach her? You're so good at this. At times like these, Jiro can be very forceful. What is he forceful about? I wonder. But Rena, well, if it's Tomitake, she'll let him teach her. Just about anything. Just about anything. Jeez, what a scene. What a scene this is. Ugh. It's just Rena, like, basically assaulting Tomitake, and then Takano is, like, jealous as fuck in the corner. No, Tomitake's gross-sounding laugh echoed through the shrine grounds. Maybe an average boy of this nation who had never experienced a girl's advances would have this kind of reaction. This was funny, so next time we should experiment on Keiichi and test it on Akasaka during his next family trip. Maybe it would be rude to the two of them, but this was an incredibly amusing struggle when seen from afar. Rena, open your eyes. Your feelings for him aren't real. Aren't real? How rude. These are Rena's true feelings. Rena realized something. Tomitake is really kind. It might not mean much at all, but now that I've realized it, I can't ever forget it. I'm sure Rena's the only one who could ever appreciate his kindness. So Tomitake is the only one for fucking hell. It's because I want to say for Rena, like back to back, but it's kind of difficult to say like two words back to back when the first one ends in a letter and the second one starts with that same letter. So Tomitake is the only one for Rena now. For Rena. Especially when I want to pronounce it like that, which is... Because if it would be like for Rena, it'd probably be faster or easier. Anyway. His brain must have been producing every single chemical that could make him feel pleasant. Tomitake made a face like he was in heaven on earth, and he stood there in a daze, a trickle of drool hanging from his mouth. Takano's expression made for a marked contrast with his, and that contrast was truly delightful. Tomitake, you can't forget about Takano. Are you going to abandon your own partner? That's right. I'm sorry, Rena, but I already have Takano-san. Takano-san. So, well, I wonder what you mean by partner. Does it say Aibo? Hold on. Let me double check. Because I'm pretty sure that's the kanji for love. Or ai, but I might be mistaken. No, but it does say the same thing, of like partner. You'll have to be more specific. You have to say exactly what you mean or I won't understand. Well, Rena can tell you. Takano is your friend, Tomitake. Jeez, what a line. His friend. Then, you don't understand adult relationships yet, do you? I do too. Come on, Tomitake. Rena wants to take pictures of wild birds with you, and if you want, she can even dress up as a nurse and be your model. What? He's going for it? Really? No, wait, we can't. I already have Takano. What the fuck, dude? You'd rather have someone who you've asked several times to let you take a picture of her in a nurse outfit, but never gave you the okay? How rude. Jiro would never say anything like that. That's a lie. Usoda! Rena understands everything about you, Tomitake. You say you're taking pictures of birds, but your eyes are always drifted to Takano instead. Rena knows. You don't have to take pictures of birds. You want to take pictures of her. But all Takano does is say suggestive things and won't let you take any pictures. That's mean and makes her a failure as a partner. Rena will take her seat as your partner home with her. Rena would be your model. Come on, for the nurse uniform, white or light blue and pink. Which would you like? What? Oh no. He's having a meltdown. It looked like Tomitake's CPU finally experienced a thermal meltdown. Steam burst from his ears and nose like a locomotive, and the sounds from his mouth were much the same before he fainted. I don't care anymore. Fine, go on. Kindly teach Rena all sorts of things. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. We couldn't stop them from breaking up. Satoko, aren't you ready yet? I'm okay here. I'm doing it. Other than the mountains behind Hinamizawa, these shrine grounds were where the majority of Satoko's traps have been set. She adjusted all her sights and aimed them at Rena. Now fire! Huh? Rocket-like objects flew at Rena from all sides. It was a dangerous trap using remodeled bottled rockets. One that all you good children should never attempt to imitate. No, this could hardly be called a trap anymore. It was a full-on warship barrage. So? Did it work? I don't think that attack is enough to stop Rena while she's gone berserk. But it's choking her. Keiji, take Tomitake away while we have a chance. Take him away. I'll practically have to drag him. How? Why is everyone being so mean? My bottle rocket spice mix, now with plenty of pepper. Please enjoy your stay in a sneezing hell. Well, I got caught in it too. Anyway, let's hide behind the assembly hall for now, and then we'll search Mr. Tomidake's body. I'm sure he's gotta have a Magatama somewhere. He's frothing at the mouth, but he looks very happy. But when he wakes up, it'll be terrible for him, I'm sure. We should give him head pats while we can. We dragged Tomidake behind the assembly hall for now. Lena was still stuck in a severe sneezing hell, but that wouldn't hold her off very long. She'd be over here in no time flat. And not only that, she probably now thinks of us as obstacles in the way of her love, so she'll come at us in a preemptive attack, one utterly without mercy. Come on, pat him down. Fish around his pockets and stuff. Small change, crumpled up receipts. What a shameful collection of possessions. That's strange, I can't find it. Tomitake has it, right? Hanyu, you look too. We have to find it before Arena gets here. Ah, of course, I'm searching, but, well, I can't find it either. What? If he can't find it, does that mean he doesn't have it? Then why was Arena chasing Tomitake? He doesn't have the Magatama anymore. The Magatama... Oh, it's because the translation's wrong. Or at least the grammar's wrong. But anyway, the Magatama stimulates the brain's love receptors and makes your brain secrete the same chemicals as when you're in love. That's how it creates false feelings of love. The effects will still be active for a little while even if Tomitake no longer has it. We're too damn busy for your seemingly sensible blathering. What does that mean? Tomitake had it until a few moments ago but doesn't anymore? What was that? Wait, then what'll happen to Rena? Ah, suddenly she's nowhere to be seen. She must have gone looking for whoever has the Magatama now, which is more than likely gonna be... you know who. That isn't good. If we lose sight of Rena, we'll have no way of knowing who she's after now. Which means it would be faster to wake up this fool and ask him. I twisted a faucet that was conveniently nearby and pointed the hose at Tomitake's face. Wait, it was a dream? Was all of that a dream? Rena offering to dress up like a nurse for a photo shoot? I knew it was strange. Breaking up with Takano-san over it? What a terrible dream that was. It's a good thing it was a dream. Anyway, Tomitake, you picked up a white Magatama yesterday, right? Huh? What? I don't know about any Magatama, but I did find a white key ring with a seal on it. Here, look, we found it when we ran into Keiichi-kun at the dam site yesterday. That's the key ring. What happened? Right, well, I just gave it to Takano as a present. She complained about me picking it up off the ground, but she still accepted it anyway. She's really dishonest sometimes, which makes her all the more charming to me. Uh-oh. That means it's Takano-san. Where did Takano just go? I think, the swamp is over that way. Oh no, Rena's already headed there. I see, it doesn't matter that she's a woman. What a frightening effect. This pairing is a surprise to me, too. I like to laugh at the misfortune of others, but she was a club member, so we couldn't leave her be. We ran off toward the swamp. Oh boy. Jeez. How unpleasant, how utterly unpleasant. How could Jito fawn over a girl that much younger than him? I mean, I suppose I'm not honest with him all the time. Whenever he asks me for something, I like to refuse at first just to tease him. But I wish he would understand that it's only because I really do like him. I mean, if Jito absolutely begged me to do it, I wouldn't mind being his photo subject in my work clothes, but but it's so embarrassing. But if he insisted, then... Huh? Did you hear all that? No, I didn't hear anything. What is it? Did you need something? If it's about Jiro, I don't want to hear it. Who are you mad at? Is it Rena? Or is it Tomitake? It's not your fault, Rena. I was just feeling fed up with that weak-willed idiot. I thought so. Rena was fed up too. He got to spend all that time with a charming woman like you, and he got distracted by another girl? He's the worst. How miserable he must be to not notice how attractive you are, Takano. I know, right? Hey, wait a minute. Wait, you were the one who got between us in the first place. Besides, what happened to Jiro? Why did you come after me? I don't care about Tomitake, really. And also, Rena, well, to tell the truth, what is it? Could you say it a little louder? The one that Rena actually loves is you, Mio-san. What? Wait. It's not nice to tease adults, Rena. What is an adult? Oh my god, no! Don't make me read these lines. What is an adult, really? Am I not allowed to love someone because I'm not an adult? I thought loving someone was how you became an adult. Oh no. Hey, don't cling to me. Is this one of your punishment games? Nothing of the sort. Rena has always had eyes only for you, Mio. I want to call you my big sister, Mios. I want to be your little sister. I want to greet you every morning and tell you your tie is crooked and fix it for you. You know, people make this mistake sometimes, but I don't actually swing that way at all. And in the 80s, this was a lot less common. That's a lie. Rena understands. I see the dirty looks you give to men. It might look like you and Tomitake are in a relationship, but in reality, you're even lying to yourself. It's only so that you can fool yourself into thinking you can have a normal love. I know it eats away at you too, Mio. Men are nothing but beasts. There's no way a person and a beast could ever understand one another. But I'm sure Rena and Mio can. I want to discover the darkest secrets of Onigashiki Village with you, Mio. Oh no. Oh my fucking god. That's so fucking funny. I want to do a real Watanagashi with you and cut open stomachs and pull out people's insides with you and by the time we arrived, Rena was in the middle of an incredible attempt at seduction. Excuse me? Did she think this was a joke? Your liver is so cute, Rika. I want to take it home. You call that a joke? Sorry about this, Mio. It looks like spring has come in Rena's head, and, well... Spring? What do you mean by spring? Everything that Rena's blurting out right now has nothing to do with what she actually wants, and... Silence. You dirty ape. Oh no. Rena. It took until now to realize it. You're right. You're completely right. Thanks to you, I finally realized what I was missing with by being with Jiro. How? Hey, no hugging allowed. Rena didn't even show mercy to Satoko. How? Rena won't forgive anyone who tries to tear her away from her true love, even if it's Satoko. Jeez, it's even worse than with Mr. Tomitake since this one's accepting it. Thank you, Rena. I feel like I could stay with you forever. Now, let's bring about Oyashiro-sama's curse together, and then we'll line up at the table of the gods and hold each other tight for all eternity. Mio-san, is it alright if I call you my big sister from now on? Oh, great. At this rate, the great Hinamizawa disaster will happen tomorrow night. The two of them will cut open my stomach and make a stew with my insides. Hanyu. Takano definitely has the Magatama, right? Yes, she does. Keiichi, Sadako. If we leave things be, it won't be only Rena's life on the line. Something terrible could happen to the whole of Hinamizawa. We need to get the Magatama away from Takano as quickly as we can. Yes, we do. That key ring with the white seal you have, that's Rika's, okay? Please return it to her. I don't want to. Why should I have to give you something someone else gave me? Still, this was Rika's? Takano took the white Magatama out of her pocket and stared at it, fascinated. Yes, it is. Rika says it's a precious treasure of the food of the shrine. Mion, you dumbass! If you say that to her, she'll... What was that? A precious treasure of the food of the shrine. Oh ho ho ho. Now that I know that, I won't be giving it back so easily. Let's get going, Rena. It's time for a thorough investigation of this mystical jewel. What shape is it? Wait, what size? Maybe we'll see how it tastes, too. Oh no. It tastes terrible. Get her! No, I won't. No, I won't be giving it back. Hey, you! Wait right there! Not so fast. Rena won't let you chase Mio. Rena stuck out her arms and prevented us from following Takano. Oh, if anyone else had done that, they wouldn't have been much of an obstacle. But with Rena, it looked like it would be a pain. Actually, with Rena as she is now, I feel like even Akasaka with his armor-piercing bullets would be in trouble. Crap. And I move aside. We only want that Magatama Takano ran off with. You can't have it. Rena Ryugu won't let a single soul get in the way of Mio's research. If we move into close range, Rena will have way more reach and speed. Which means we have to get her from outside her range. Sorry, Rena. Don't hate me for this. Neon pulled something out. 2 handguns. No, they were those model handguns she always made a point of walking around with, despite not only ever pulling them out, but also looking completely unusable. No more than a precaution. Kids, never point a weapon at another person like I'm about to do. Take this, my Mion bullet. With splendid form, she showered Rena in a torrent of BBs. Her shooting skills look just like that certain style where just mastering the basics increases your combat ability by 120%. But Rena didn't move a single step. Instead, she swung her hands through the air and blocked all the BBs from point-blank range. Oh? Mii-chan, was that your only trump card? Rena grinned and pointed her palms at us. Then, moving her fingers like a magician playing with a ball, she twirled all the caught BBs between her fingers. I'm very impressed with you. Shooting a model gun at someone's face. Not very impressed. Yeah, okay. I thought I misread that for a second. Huh? What's the matter, Kei? Kei-chan, does your stomach hurt? Mion's just the best. Now it's Rena's turn to get going. It's Rena's turn. Something terrible will happen to anyone who gets in the way of Rena's romance. How? It's time for you to do something, Keiichi. Do something to Rena with that silver tongue of yours and put an end to this. That's easier said than done. That's a secret art among secret arts, and not even I can just use it whenever. It's so secret that the ancient China feared it and as an ultra-secret art that would end your own life if you used it. A final ultimate secret art that martial artists risk their lives on. But despite me saying that, he has used it several times already, hasn't he? He came up with a theory that it's like having multiple lives. People will say you only have one life to live, but in Japanese culture there are a few ancient writings that understood the remaining life system. Just look at how we say that cats have 9 lives. In the first place, the life system was a fundamental part of shooting games since times immemorial. Oh, come on. What? All that is perfectly obvious, you say? You're wrong. A true remaining life system is when you get to replay from the last checkpoint before you died. Coming back to life in the same place you died may look like a remaining life system, but it's actually no different from a hit point system. Who could have predicted that this obvious important system in shooting games would ironically collapse in the genre's biggest hits? Take Gradius, for example, establishes the highest achievement in the shooting game world. When you die in that game, all your power-ups go back to zero, and you have to restart back at a predetermined respawn point. During the later stages of the game, you would die right as you respawned over and over, rewinding to the exact same place, so it didn't matter how many lives you had left. It's a trap. It's practically what invented the word trap. And its sequel, I forget the name of the sequel, brought a novel new idea to the shooting game genre at the time, respawning in the same place you died. Now, even children could play free from worry. Anyone could brute force their way through the game no matter what stage or boss they were on, as long as they had their as long as they had their lives left and 50 yen for each continue. Fucking hell. But it was at this point that the game stopped being sacred. Enemies you couldn't beat no matter how many times you tried, and bosses and stages. And the exhilaration you feel at finally winning, that is what Higurashi is. The excitement at breaking through the unbreakable fate of 1983, it is much like the sense of exhilaration you get from clearing something after over 2 years of attempts. I ask you, is there any game in our time that whets your appetite for victory for a long time as that? No, there is not. And why is that? Because anyone can just brute force their way through the game and see the ending. No matter how recklessly you play through a game, once you beat it, it loses its charm, and weak players will get tired from the game without ever having truly played it. In the end, it was no other than the weak gamers who brought upon this rage of weakness. So-and-so has acknowledged this mistake. Konami. Oh my god. And this was before Demon Souls, like just a few years before Demon Souls. Because Keiji would be singing its fucking praises at this point. He'd be like, this is a real game. Because you get to try again, but actually, like, get good. Anyway. As proved, the actual sequels to Gradius series As proved, the actual sequels in the Gradius series abandoned their respawn system and brought back their trap system. Well, actually, for Toho, it's fine to respawn on the spot. I mean, if we had to go back to the beginning of the stage every time we died to Royal Flare, when the heck would I be able to see the little sister? I've still never gotten to see the last boss of EOSD or PCB's extra stage with my own skills. Please, I'm begging you, Zien-san, give us continues in the extra stages too, so I can brute force my way through, because I really want to see the little sister. And you, Cutting? Oh my god, a lot of this shit's flying over my head because I haven't played Touhou. But, my fucking god. And why is it that the extra stages are such a cakewalk for literally anyone else in the world? What am I missing? Love, the ability to see moving objects, libido? Oh my god, at this point I want to write a sound novel about a love triangle between the shoot and I'll move girl and the doll using girl and the endemic witch girl for the next Toho only event, ending it in tragedy, of course. Lol, teehee. What do you think of that? Yatazakura-san, BT-san. What? What the fuck? He ranted for like 15 paragraphs. What? They just snuck in a fucking rant about like lives in shoot 'em ups. Anyway, I had to read that really quickly, because if not, it would have taken like 20 minutes. And has absolutely no idea what you're saying. Well, that's good. I had no clue either. Most of these games didn't even... Well, all of these games didn't even exist yet. Really? I knew what he was talking about. I mean, I had the skill to see Moko-chan. The returning bridge was a close call, though. Oh boy, what a haphazard ability. And then actually stop Rena dead in her tracks too. If you'd want to kill Keiichi, I guess you have to do it all at once. If you foolishly ask if he has any last words, there's no telling what would happen. Ah, I get it. Hagano was right to kill him with a single bullet in Minagoroshi, wasn't she? If he'd gone to say something at the end like the others, it would have really softened the blow of that tragic scene. Wait, Irika, he stopped Rena, but it doesn't matter if nobody's going after Takano. Wait, huh? We were all entranced by those fantastic words? Stupid, what the heck are we doing? No, oh no, Takano's gone. We lost sight of her. Wait, Keiichi, according to one of Zien-san's README files, there's a part where he says that the bombs are basically the same as remaining lives. No, those are just modern shmup bombs that immediately make you invincible when you press the button. When bombs first appeared, oh god. It took almost a second for one to go off when you activated them. And that doesn't really get it, but fairies that drop items for you when you use a continue are really cute. I have absolutely no idea what any of you are talking about. Sorry, Sadako. I'm able to keep up with them. Raiden is nostalgic too. I get it. We started with Hien and ended up with Raiden. Meaning we left quite a lot behind. Oh boy. No, wait. Takano! None of that matters. We have to go after Takano. Oh, that's right. We have to get the Magatama back. Kate-san, you engaged Rena in some more strange conversation for us. We're going. Is that so? Have a nice time. I wonder if something happened. Oh. Wait, Rena, do you not care about Takano-san anymore? Huh? What happened to Takano? Rena looked at us blankly. As far as I could tell from her expression, she didn't really understand what she was doing here. Could that have meant that Takano didn't have the Magatama anymore? It's highly possible. If Rena went back to normal, then the white Magatama would no longer have an owner. In the worst case, it's okay. Sorry, in the worst case, it's okay if nobody finds it, right? There's no problem as long as nobody picks it up. We can't do that. If an ant picks it up by mistake and brings it back to its hill, what do you do then? It would be an ant farm at the Ryugu residence the very next day. Anyway, we have to catch Takano. With her ill-natured disposition, she might have thrown it away somewhere. God, what a fucking mess. Now we have her. You caused us far too much trouble. Ah, jeez. I need to get ready to do some analysis with Rena, so let me go. Before that, return Rika's Magatama. It's really important to her. But judging by how Rena looked, Takano no longer had it. What's this? That's odd. I could have sworn I put it in my pocket. How odd. What? Did you drop it somewhere? I see, so that was the punchline. Oh no. After a lot of effort, we struggled to capture Takano. She ran all around the village, making fun of us, and at the end of the manhunt, we tied her up. She must have dropped it while running around the village. Now we could only wait for someone to pick it up. When that happened, Rena would react, and we would be able to figure out who it was. But when that happened, Rena would fiercely resist any attempts we made to restrain her. This is truly, seriously, a pain in the butt. The Magatama of Fuwarazu? Yeah, that's it. We don't know how one ended up flying into your mouth, but anyway, that's the kind of magic powers they have. Then, when someone picks up the white one, Rena falls in love with them, even if she doesn't mean it? That's the idea. Your heart is literally lying around somewhere in the village. I don't want that. Oh. The feeling of falling in love with someone should belong to me alone. If it doesn't, then Rena's true feelings will... How? Oh, what's this? Rena's true feelings? Is there someone you like? Why don't you tell this old man? I can't even tell you, Mi-chan. Mion. Try a little harder to understand a girl's heart. Though it's weird for a man to say that to a girl. If we find the white Magatama, Rika will do something about it, right? Yeah. So now we're desperate to find the white one before something terrible happens. Though I think it's already caused a big uproar. Please, Kage-kun, find the white Magatama and save Rena. I don't want someone else to have control over my feelings. Right. I got it. We'll save you, Rena. So, if the Magatama's power takes a hold of you again, please go easy on us. Nobody can stop you when you're in cute mode. I can't. It was like this with those two, but my head got all filled with a fuzzy feeling, and I couldn't think about anything anymore. So Rena doesn't think she'll have any mercy when it happens. Before you all came, Rena wondered why you all got in her way. I thought for sure you were going to tie me up, pour gasoline on me, and have a big explosive barbecue. I see. Anyone that Rena is fond of will be helpful in a few ways. How? At this rate, I'll never be able to become a cute bride. Oh no, Rena. Anyway, all we can do is keep searching. For both Rena and the villagers, we have to settle this as soon as we can. In the end, we could only go back along the route Takano had fled and look to see if it was lying anywhere. But there was no way we could find a single jewel no bigger than the tip of your thumb. Oh, so they're okay, well never mind, they're super fucking tiny. They looked bigger in the opening cutscene, but whatever. When it started to get dark, everyone grew tired, and we started thinking about the more passive approach of waiting until Rena reacted to something. Everyone, I'm sorry. Rena's causing you so much trouble. It isn't your fault. You were just unlucky. I'm sure we'll fix this together. Okay. It's late though, so let's call it quits for today. Rika, could you read the scroll again to see if there's any better way to do this? I will. To take responsibility for causing this disturbance, I'll brave a super spicy kimchi dish tonight. Who? How unrefined to flail around like that. We decided to call off the search for the day. I could only hope somebody normal picked it up. Hey, Chi. You have a phone call. Huh? During dinner? I wonder who it is. Could it be about Rena? It's from Rena's father. What? I've got a bad feeling about this. Hello? Yes, good evening. Oh no. I apologize for calling this late. Is Rena there? She ran out of the house earlier this evening and hasn't come back. She ran out of the house? How was she? Well, she was in a headlong kind of run. Like when she's playing a prank on someone. As she was going to one of her friends' houses. That settles it. Somebody picked up the white Magatama. I'm very sorry for being late. What's the situation? We just got permission to go into Rena's room. Judging by how she was acting at school, she must have left us some clues in there. Yeah. Come to think of it, I've never been in Rena's room before. It makes me kind of nervous. Oh, wow. I had a feeling, but this room really is something. I can't tell if it's a collection of trinkets or just a mess of junk. And yet she knows exactly where to find each and every one of her treasures. It's just as terrific as she is. How did she fit all these things in here? She must have been a dog in her past life. I bet she liked collecting a lot of shoes and stuff. I always thought girls' rooms would be more like tidy and cute and bright and girly. And maybe that's just a misconception that guys have. I mean, Rena's room is like this, and Mion's room has comics laying around everywhere. Well, this old man isn't a little girl after all. Meep? I think that was just Mii's manga room. Keiichi, have you ever been in Mii's actual room? Not in the main building, but the one farther away. Rika, shh. Shh. Ah, would you look at this? Look at all the books over there. Sadako pointed over at Rena's desk. A big pile of books, some open, sat on top of it. What kind of book is it? Sorry, what kind of books is it this time? Comic book volumes, maybe? What's this? Modern Wazi Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Modern Washizu Mahjong, like the Crying Dragon, Story of a Mahjong Wanderer. Wait, these are all books about Mahjong. What? Well then, it's time for me to declare it Ichi. I finally got a good title. Sorry, a good tile. It's a lie. Rena knows. Akasaka, you've been pretending to build your hand since turn 5, but you're actually just discarding your draws. You're switching the tiles in your hand to make it look like you're keeping them. But why would you suddenly declare it Ichi now? Why now? Oh boy. Oh no. Rena understands. You could stay in Tenpai without Ichi, but you got a good tile to get rid of it. To get rid of and make your discards look good. All for a trap? All for a trap? No, this is a surprise. Ryugu-san, how in the world did you become such an incredible mahjong player? It's true. Akasaka-san's discards are nice and filled with pin tiles, and it even has a Suji, making the 6-pin look like a safe tile, doesn't it? You're good. It was a splendid read. That's a lie. Why do you keep lying? Why? You were lying just now. This is a trap to get Oi-san to think you're waiting on the 6-pin. Oh? Is that true, Akasaka-san? You're good, Rena. Have you been playing mahjong long? No, not really. I just read a bunch of manga. Because, well, I just want to play with Oishi-san. Oh no! Rena's cheeks flush pink and she snuggled up next to Oishi's arm. Oishi grinned, not as dissatisfied as he'd like others to think, his upper lip pulling way up high in his excitement. Well, what's going on now? Does this mean I finally have the charm of a dandy now that I've reached the end of my middle age? Oh, this is the tile you wanted, Oishi-san. Here you go. If you own this, you'll get a mangan, and you can turn the tables on Akasaka. How? Would you look at that? You even know the tile I needed. I've been blessed with a good partner tonight. If I lose any more, I won't have enough money to pay for the Shinkansen fare back home. I'm sorry, Yukiya, but I can't back down here. Not now. Oh, what a cute tile. I'm taking you home with me. Pon, Chi, and another Kan. I'm taking all the soul tiles home with me. Oh, Ryugu-san, Akasaka is already in Richi. Isn't it dangerous to reveal more Dora? Oishi, what a game. The table's like a typhoon. Young lady, your hand is clear for all to see. I won't play into it. This is an assault tile. And with more Dora on the table, I'll press my attack. I'll call another Kan as well. How? I'll run off your Kan. Chankan Dora Dora, 1 red and a mangan. Oh god. If I played mahjong, I would be explaining all of this. But I do not. All I know is that these are hands that she's playing. What kind of mahjong are you playing, young lady? A Yakuza's hand? Well, beginner's luck happens sometimes. You have to be especially careful when playing against a beginner. How? Well, that tile fell over when you were making your wall, Akasaka-san. Mr. Investigator, you got a glimpse of it, didn't you? You've been looking over at it all game thinking about something. What? You mean you predicted my con and used it as a trap? Well, well. Wonderful. Ryugu-san, what talent you have. This is a surprise. How? If Rena does even better, will you let her be your partner, Oishi-san? Yes, of course, yes. Come, let's keep the momentum going tonight. This is the first time in my life I've had such a compatible tag team partner. No. We can't show her mercy anymore. We'll have to play for real, or we'll never beat her. Not even you can compete with her, Akasaka? You can feel raw ambition, the kind that not even a lot of veteran players have. The smell of gunpowder. There's no mistaking it. This girl has a gift. Oishi-san, this has gotten interesting. I'll give it my all. Now bring it on. Ryugu-san, let's take everything Akasaka's got. He'll be paying for our entire victory celebration tonight. How? We'll take him together. And then we'll have a night celebration all by ourselves. How? Rena's amazing. She could do anything if it was for someone she liked. The word impossible isn't in her cute mode dictionary. Even during club, none of us have as many ups and downs as she does. You're right. Her results after she's exploded when she hasn't are strikingly different. Anyway, we can let these people play their mahjong games. More importantly, Hanyu, we have it this time, right? Oh, there's no doubt. Oishi's carrying it right now. Oishi, we're sorry for interrupting you on the job. Did you happen to pick up a white magatama in Hinamizawa, or rather, a white keyring with a seal on it? Oh yes, I believe I did. I remember. I figured I'd bring it to the person managing lost property, but I forgot. If I don't bring it there, that'd be misappropriation, you know. That belongs to Rika. Please return it at once. That's right. That magatama is the reason Irena is acting like this. We'll turn her back to normal, so please give it back. You idiot. What are you... Huh? What? I see, so that's how it was. And here I thought I'd reached the peak of my middle age. And then if I return this keyring to you all, Ryugu-san will go back to normal? I'm not sure I like that. I'll need Ryugu's help to retake everything I've lost tonight. Oh no, so I'll be borrowing her for a little while longer. We can't let you do that. Rena asked us to save her, and I promised to save Rena. So again, remember, this all takes place during the Daybreak story. So imagine all of these being little arcs between fights. So I assume right now we'd be fighting like Oi-san. And then once we beat him, we get whatever happens after the mahjong game. Maybe, I don't know. Give her back right now. What to do? Well, just like how you all settle differences in your classroom club games, in this parlor we decide everything with mahjong. That's right. If he gives... Why is she laughing like that? I wish this was voice acted. I really wish this was voice acted. I would have loved to hear Rena laugh like that, just to imitate Oishi. Anyway, Rena won't be able to... Sorry. Rena won't be... If he gives that magatama back, Rena won't be able to be Oishi-san's partner anymore. Rena doesn't want that. She doesn't. How? It'll be fine. When Ryugu-san and I give it all we have, nobody can beat us. We're the greatest mahjong team that ever lived. How? Rena will be with you forever, Oishi-san. How? Idiot. This isn't how you really feel. The magatama's just making you lie to yourself. Do you remember what you said when you were sane? You said you didn't want someone else to have control over your feelings. You wanted us to save you. So Rena, I'll rescue you. Sorry, but can someone give me their seat? I don't mind, but they've already cleaned me out. I get it. We can let Oishi-san get away with misappropriating someone's lost property. But we can't let Oishi do that. I'll help you, Mayabara-kun. Keiichi-kun, I think you'll get stripped down to your underwear, cleaned out, and then thrown out of the parlor. Just like when you just like when you Platypunks kicked out Tornicle. When the Platypunks kicked out Tornicle. I don't get this joke. Let's see. Platypunks and Tornicle. Dragon Quest. Okay, well I'm not gonna look too much into it. But it looks like, yeah, it's involving Dragon Quest 4. Okay. You don't really mean that. You actually asked us for help. Rena, I'll be the one to rescue you. Right, he won't rescue you, we will. That's what's important, so don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Me needs to learn to read the mood, Nipa. Well, I don't favor the odds of Keiichi's by himself. Let's all help him as his staff advisors. He's phoning friends. Come, we'll have a single East round with the Seoki ring on the line. Let's raise the stakes. We'll take back everything we lost today. Well, Akasaka's finally bearing his fangs too. Serious East round games like this are a lot more exciting than playing lazily all night long. Then we have our match between Keiichi-kun plus the club members with Akasaka versus Rena and Oishi's lovey-dovey Puyo Puyo combo. Whoever gets the first place wins whoever gets first wins for their team. I get it. So even if I come in last and my partner is first, we'll still win. So even if Keiichi can't pull his own weight, Akasaka just has to get first place instead. That's not all. That is not all that disadvantageous. Holy shit! My reading comprehension has dwindled over the past 2 hours. Oh, but it is! That just means the partner can deal into her ally's hand as much as they want. Or into their ally's hand as much as they want. The more in sync they are, the more terrifying it is. Rena's team has far more of an advantage with this rule. Haibara-kun, let's take it slow and steady. Mahjong games are only lost when you get riled up and stop thinking. True? I'm willing to bet that's 100% correct. Still, Akasaka-san, you can't lose in Mahjong when it's not heated, but you can only win when it is. A team getting third and fourth despite never dealing in happens quite often. Fuck. Those who don't really understand Mahjong, myself included, would like an explanation. Oh my god, thank fuck. Do I really have to read the rules to Mahjong right now? Fuck, we just read like a whole shmup rant. What are the rules anyway? I'm gonna try to read this very quickly. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's clear my throat real quick. Alright. An East round game, also called a Tonpuzen, is a short match that ends as soon as the dealership goes around once. If the team with the first place player wins, then victory will be determined by how well the partners work together. And since it's such a short match, Keiichi and Akasaka won't have any time to feel each other out. Oh, okay, I thought it was gonna be like a long-ass explanation. Hey, can't you just go around behind them and tell us what tiles they have? That would be cheating. Come the fuck on, Hanyu. You made this shit, at least fix it. You know, the Magatama you made are just as much of a cheating device. Just take responsibility and help us out. Rika, what are you muttering about? Please be quiet, I'm trying to focus. Keiichi, I have a way to cheat and secretly look at their hands. Now we can't possibly lose. When did you set that up? If we know their tiles, we'll never lose. Great. This is a good flow. Haibara-kun, how are you doing? What's this music? This literally sounds like something out of Dragon Quest. Which again, I'm pretty sure this entire scene is a whole reference to. But it just sounds like Dragon Quest. This is like, we haven't gotten, I don't believe we've ever gotten an orchestral track in Higurashi, except for maybe like once, but it did not sound this like brassy and like RPG-esque, if that makes sense. I've got no clue. Maybe I should be backing you up. I'm making a honitsu with mon tiles. Save up low-numbered mon tiles and wind tiles too, just to be sure. I get it. I'll collect the tiles you need and then deal them in. Got it. So this is a team match. Once Akasaka knows the tiles he needs is in Keiichi's hands, he can declare it Ichi and then get even more points with a surefire Ippatsu. Which means Kei-chan has to be careful. How the fuck did they depict this in Daybreak? Don't tell me it was like an entire like mahjong like level. Instead of fighting Oishi and hitting him with a bat, you had to play mahjong against him. If the other team realizes which one is collecting tiles for the other, it'll be really bad. He has to choose his discards carefully to make sure it looks like he's playing normally. Otherwise, he'll make a mistake and deal into them, and it'll be all for nothing. It'll be fine. We have Rika reading their tiles. I won't let a single dangerous tile out of my grasp. Oh, I wonder what they're talking about. I wonder. I'm sure it's a trick. Oi-san, be careful. Whenever Mi-chan and the others smile like that, they've got an evil plan up their sleeves. All of the club members are playing, so I'm prepared for that, of course. Okay, so you fight Oishi after like one of these cutscenes, I guess. Yeah. But we're not gonna go down so easily, right? Right. So yeah, I guess what happens is you reach the mahjong parlor, you see that Oisan's got that has got the Magatama, and then you challenge him. So then you fight him in whatever like little arena you're in, and then afterwards this plays out. Like the mahjong tile fight. Or the partner game plays out. Wow, they're two peas in a pod. I don't know how Rena really feels, but she certainly seems happy right now. Maebara, I need to discard a tile, but it's the Dora. Judging by the state of the game, Oishi wants to call it. Actually, he could even be going for a cheap hand to win right away. You said you had a way to look at our opponent's hands, right? Can you check to see if it's safe? There it is. Rika, how's it look? There it is. How is it, Hanyu? Oishi's hand is a jumbled mess. He doesn't have anything ready. It's a complete mess. You heard her. Alright, I'll discard it. But what about Rena? No, Ron, Hanyu. But look, Oishi-san's hand is a mess, right? Oishi turned his hand over and plucked the winning tile right into it. Yes, at a glance it looked like a jumbled mess, but only because he purposefully hadn't organized his tiles. Once a person gets to veteran level and above in Mahjong, they can easily read where another player's discarded tiles came from in their hand and, to an extent, predict what else they had. So he'd keep his tiles out of order on purpose, a high-level technique to confuse his opponents. That's not like you, Akasaka-san. Ugh. Akasaka's making a face. He probably thinks we aren't reliable. Ugh. Can't stand being thought of as useless because of Hanyu. In any case, now that Hanyu won't be of any help, the only thing we can do is watch their struggle and hope. Hao. Pon for me. Once more as a bonus. Pon. Alright, Ryugu-san, just a moment longer. Here, Kan. My, how strange. Ryugu-san's open pawn is worth 3 Dora now. Hao. Oishi-san, that was wonderful. How. Crap, it looks like Rena's the attacker and Oishi's her backup. Kei-chan, Akasaka's hand is cheap, but it's nearly done. Rena's 3 Dora are scary. Deal in and end the hand. You'll lose points, but Akasaka will get back what he lost in the last hand. Alright, got it. Akasaka, this one, right? Nice discard. Ron. Pinfu with 1 Dora. Ah! Keiichi-kun, that was mean. Sorry, Rena. I'm serious too. Akasaka, we can't lose this match no matter what. Please lend me your strength. Of course. And I'll get a first-class seat with a luxury meal on the way home. Before we knew it, an audience had formed, and there was a rare level of excitement in the parlor. Generally, to prevent cheating, parlors didn't allow people to watch over other players' games. The only time people could gather like this was when some special event was going on. Well, you got me. I'll just have to declare Irichi. The onlookers stirred. In a short East round only match, people normally prioritize quick, surefire wins over high-value hands. Declaring Irichi and added a Yaku and got you more points, but it meant declaring you were in Tenpai, so it wouldn't make your opponents cautious. In other words, it made them go against the fundamental concept of a short match. Keiichi, my trap senses are tingling. It must be a trap. I trust you, Satogo. What kind of trap could it be? From what this old man can see, Rena's hand has been too quiet. She's been in Tenpai for a few turns now, switching Dora and red tiles into her hand. And now she's on a clear double-sided wait. I don't understand any of that. How is that and Oishi's Irichi a trap? Anyway, it's my turn. I'm on support so I can discard more easily than Akasaka. I'll have to discard something already out so I don't deal it in. Any tiles Oishi-san already discarded are perfectly safe, right? Like this one? Oh no. Keiichi, no! Keiichi, that's the trap. I bet Rena's waiting on the safe tile Oishi-san just used to declare Irichi with. What? Setting up one obvious trap to draw out your attention, then putting the real one somewhere else. It's the very first thing you learn about in trap school. Is it? It's not coding? Well, that's possible. But we can't ignore Oishi-san's Irichi either. This is a difficult situation. The audience hummed. That reaction told us our read was probably true. Rena's team seemed to realize we'd seen through her trap and started grinning at each other, wondering how we'd get past it. If we keep going, eventually Akasaka will have to discard dangerous tiles. Don't we win if Akasaka gets first place? Yeah, which means we have to take the safe route to minimize risks. Fortunately, that dangerous tile is in Kei-chan's hand as well. In other words, Kei has to discard the tile and step on the landmine first. Akasaka's hand is very pretty, and pretty hands are worth a lot of points. I see. Akasaka can't pass such a good hand up. Then it falls to Keiichi to be the outrider. I'm sorry, but please, even if I get last place, Akasaka just has to get in first. All right. Here I go. He slammed down the dangerous tile. And did it pass? How unfortunate indeed. How unfortunate indeed. Quit being so vague about it. Did it go through or didn't it? Oh, it went through. We made it through somehow. But Mion didn't let the subtle movements from Rena escape her. Rena's good at seeing through other people's lies, but not so good at hiding her own, is she? Your eyes just drifted there for a moment. How? No, they didn't. Mion knew. That tile was the tile Rena needed. But Rena overlooked it, avoiding a direct hit on Keiichi on purpose. Why? Because she wanted to go for her team's ace, Akasaka. How naive, Oi-san. Maybe you should have let her run. I'm not sure what you're on about. Well then, I'll just discard the same tile now. Oishi's expression twisted in anguish. The rules of Mahjong state that once you've let your winning tile go, and that winning tile is discarded again before your turn comes, you're not allowed to win off of it. They'd seen through the trap perfectly and evaded it with brilliant team play, and the crowd again began to stir, satisfied with praise. But my Richi's still in effect. Ryugu-san, it looks like they saw through us. You should go all in and declare Richi. How? And then Richi's too. The same as Oi-san. How. He's good. Akasaka's hand is in Tenpai. What will you do, Akasaka? Go for it? Yeah. Nobody's hand is changing at this point. Alright, I'll declare Richi too. Like everyone's going crazy. Oh, really now? We're both in Richi over here. Will you really be able to win? How? You got in the way of Rena and Oishi-san's private Richi. Boo-hoo. It's okay because Keiichi will give me a tile. Give me my tile, won't you? Just can it. My hand's coming along too. With just one more good tile, I'll turn the situation around. I see. In some rounds, everyone has a fast hand. People are often waiting on the same tile in times like these. Please be careful. A double ron could happen. Kei-chan, if you deal into a double ron in the East round, we won't be able to recover. I wouldn't discard it even if you told me to. But the further along your hand gets, Keiichi, the less tiles you'll be able to discard. It'll get more and more dangerous. Crap, do I keep going or play it safe? Kei-chan, try to get as far as you can first. If you end up with a dangerous tile, then you can abandon your hand. Right, got it. Huh? This tile is... Oh, it fits! It fits, but not in a good way. You don't have Tanya or Pinfu. You're in Tenpai without a Yaku. I've been watching the whole time, so I know this is right. That tile on the end of the wall in front of Oishi-san is the one with the scuffed corner, is the tile Oishi needs. Really? You know for sure? Yes, I do. Oishi has the Yaku where all his tiles come in pairs, so there's only one tile he doesn't have. Oh, I know that Yaku. It's called, Chitoitsu, right? Or Chitoitsu. I get it. It's easy to control your discards when going for Chitoi. Chitoi. It's the best Yaku for team support. Who will end up drawing that tile? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that isn't good. It'll be Akasaka-san's draw. Hao, Sadako is making a worried face. I wonder why, I wonder why. I know why. That's the face of someone who just drew the wrong tile. Hao. Jeez. Rika, will Keiichi be able to, will Keiichi's unheated tile pass? I'll check. Hanyu? It's fine. It's okay. This time I know it. She says this time it's for sure. Alright. Keiichi, discard it and declare it Ichi. Hey, wait. If I do that, I'll have to discard whatever I draw. Since both of our enemies are in Ichi, I won't be able to avoid it. My defenses will be down. I get it. That's an option too. Akasaka, are you alright? Are you alright with that? It was a good hand, but if the enemy's sure to draw their winning tile, we don't have a choice. Please do it. Alright, Keiichi. Time to Ichi. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Damn. Don't blame me for what happens. If this passes, Ichi. Yeah, he just groans. Once again, Oishi made a face, and another wave of noise came from the crowd of onlookers. I had no idea what it meant, since I didn't know the rules, but it seemed like that was a masterful play. I wonder why. It passed, right? Great. With all 4 players in the Ichi, this hand ends in a draw. How? A draw? It's over? Oh, now, Irena, if you wouldn't mind showing us your hand. Irena revealed her hand, and another loud stir rippled through the crowd. From their reaction, I guess she had a fairly high-value Yaku. Mio never ceased to impress. She knew we had a poor chance at winning, so she forced a draw. So close. If she'd pulled off her Hanemon, we would have had it in the bag. We won't let you win so easily. I'm serious, and Maebara-kun and the rest of us are just as serious. We're in this for the long haul. This has just turned into quite the interesting night. A high-level battle indeed. This is the kind of mahjong I've always wanted to play. Yes, and my blood is boiling for the first time in a while. It's time to get even more serious. But it won't work. Rena is here, so Oishi-san's gonna win for sure. After all, Rena and Oishi were fated to meet again ever since their previous lives. Rena and Oishi will become legendary mahjong players together. How? You fell in love with Tomidake, so you started using cameras. With Takano, you said you wanted to do your very own Watanagashi, and with Oishi-san, you learned about mahjong. You just fly headlong into everything, don't you? Rena would do anything for the person she loves. This is where we settle things. I think I'll chi that. I'm taking it home with me. I'm not letting you. I'm pawning that. Give it to me. Great, and I'll use this chance to Richi. Now if Keiichi-kun deals in, I'll have a Richi Ipatsu, Pinfu Tanyo, a Mangan. Then I'll pawn that to get rid of the Ipatsu. Without that, it's only 3 Han. Your hand just got a lot cheaper. And then we'll pawn the tile Oishi-san discarded. And now here's 1 for you, Oishi-san. I'll con that. Make or break time. Will I crush you with a... Dude, it meant, like... Again, I haven't learned mahjong yet. I haven't sat down and forced myself to learn it. So, imagine if you don't play, like, mahjong, all the shit that's going on right now means nothing. All you know is that they're doing stuff to fuck with each other. But whoever the fuck actually knows what's going on and is listening to this, it's like people that listen to like horse racing on the radio, or they listen to a game being played on the radio, and they start going nuts. They're like, holy shit, she's gonna pawn the tile so Oishi-san discarded? That's crazy, she's gonna con it. You know, like they're like, people listening to this are going nuts. People reading this are going nuts. But I still have no idea. Will I crush you with a Rinshan? Bring it on. Draw it. Mahjong is a game where luck and skill are intertwined. Even the greatest of veterans can be overturned by luck. But the game is too deep for amateurs to win with just luck alone. Those who won in the end were only those with enough passion to create their own luck. Bring it to me now. Ugh. Please, God in heaven, let Oisan draw what he needs. How? Ba-bum. But it wasn't enough. Oishi no Rinshan. Which means Oishi's team can no longer stop Akasaka from winning. Alright, this is the one. Nice discard. That's Ron. Richi Pinfu Tanyao. Now I'm finally at the top. Oh ho ho. We've done it. But it's not over, and he doesn't have a big lead. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. How? The game isn't over. The power of Rena's love can turn this around. Piece of cake. The match seemed unthinkably intense. From the position of an idle spectator, but Rena still truly impressed me. We all knew a bit about the rules of Mahjong from when it came up during club, but she shouldn't have been strong enough to sit at the same table as Oisan and his group. And yet, she fell in love with Oishi because of the Magatama, studied enough to match his abilities, and actually caught up with him. All of this in like 2 hours. Meep, Rena has surprisingly terrifying latent abilities. This incident has proven beyond a doubt that Rena is incredible. Yeah, this old man thinks she's pretty good. She's more than pretty good. Even without this team match, Rena still has the ability to rival Oisan and Akasaka. By the way, Billy, since you're here in the chat, how much longer do you think is in the game? Are we like at the halfway mark? It feels like the halfway mark. That's not what I meant. I was just thinking, well, that trying to match her taste to one she likes and putting all of her effort into it is praiseworthy in and of itself. When you start to like someone, the first thing you do is try to pull them into your own world, right? You try to get them to like the things you like. Isn't that the normal thing to do? That's what I would do. There's probably more of us than you think. But Rena's different. Whether it's Tomitake or Mio or Oisan, she's tried her best to match herself to their interests. The short time she took to learn it all is crazy, of course, but I'm not surprised. At the end, okay, but I'm not surprised about that as much as I am about her putting in the effort to match her partner. Perhaps you're correct. All that work matching yourself to them would be exhausting, wouldn't it? Right? Maybe pulling someone into your own world means tiring them out. So if you were a good couple from the start, you'd both have to step into the other's world to an extent. But not many people try to meet them halfway without being asked. Everyone else tries to make the other person step into their own footprint, but doesn't make the effort to step into theirs. For some reason, Mion's uncharacteristic musing hurt a little. I understand what you mean. I think I always pulled others in and never tried to step into their world. That probably goes for Satoko too, and me. And by the way, Mi, you never let anyone who asked you into the club, but you actually approached Keiichi-kun yourself, didn't you? Did I? There was no ulterior motives there. This old man doesn't know what you mean. If there was anything this incident taught me, it was that Rena would be a great wife in the future. Oh god. But yes. Yes, she would, I guess. Which means we have to settle this match as soon as we can and get Rena back into her right mind. Yes, we do. All day I've been thinking of Rena as a funny person, but she's not funny at all. In fact, we should be learning from her. Hey, would you old ladies in the crowd quit trading gossip? And more importantly, check to see whether this one will pass. Aye, aye, sir. Now we get Hanyu vision. How? If it's the right one, it'll hurt. Oh, this one is Oishi-san's. Here you go. Ron. Rena-san and I are the greatest team on the planet. Boy, if you only had been born 20 years earlier. How? Our age difference doesn't mean anything. Oisan and Rena are the greatest team. How? Keiichi, we all know how good a person Rena really is. Let's end their farce. Or let's end this farce. Yeah. I don't know what kind of love she'll have or what kind of person she'll marry. But that's for Rena to decide. She doesn't need any creepy magic to help her out. Hanyu mumbled in protest, but I ignored her. Some might want to borrow that magic strength, but others would create their own destiny without relying on another's power. Rena was obviously the latter sort. Well, there's no former or latter. Everyone wants to create their own destiny with their own strength. When you start thinking that some people can do that, but others can't, it's like admitting to yourself that you're one of the ones who can't do it. Rena's force of will seemed divine. She laughed in such a vulgar way, but she looked noble. I've lived 100 years, but I didn't think I could come anywhere near the lesson Rena, who hasn't even lived half that time, had made me learn. That broad smile of Rena's was only for the person she had truly decided on. Eventually, the heated match ended, and we tallied the scores. There were no huge hands, only the trading of a few point sticks here and there, so it seemed like they found it difficult to know who won. Oishi and Rena both seemed like they won to a certain extent. Keiichi was certain he'd be dead last, but he did a good job giving Akasaka support. If he could take first place, they'd win as a team, so Keiichi getting last was decided from the start. Oh! We did it! Akasaka's in first place! Yeah! Looks like all the point sticks from the four-way Irichi did a lot. We lost. No, we may have lost the match, but we were in a dominant position from beginning to end. In a normal mahjong game, we would have won by a landslide. Well, really winning or losing doesn't matter. We got to play some truly excellent mahjong. Ryugu-san, you're pretty good at getting your partner fired up, at making mahjong fun. But I can't say I'm alright with you coming here by yourself so late. If you're going to come here, please do it once you're an adult, alright? Oh, okay. We won the game, but I feel like we lost something else. We'll chalk it up to Rena being amazing. With all that tension gone, I'm tired all of a sudden, even though it's still early. Oh yes, I promised to get back this keyring, didn't I? Whoops. Sorry. When Oishi plucked the Magatama from his pocket, his finger slipped and it flung it away. And why did Keiichi have to choose that exact moment to yawn? Oh no. I swallowed it. What? What are you doing, Kei-chan? Throw it up. This old man will punch you in the abdomen. Satoko, hold his arms behind his back. And... please stop. Oh, be quiet. My body's going to regret this later. Hanyu, does this mean we're too late? Once it goes into someone's stomach, it gets melted down and absorbed. And we'll need to do something before 30 minutes go by. But we have the red and white Magatama now. If we take Keiichi and Rena to the foot of the shrine, I can undo the curse right away. But it takes like 40 minutes to get into town by bike. And then to reach the shrine is different. Like, it takes longer. Alright, then we're bringing the two of them to the shrine before they can do something they can't take back. Come on, me, Satoko. We're dragging them over there. Aye, sir. Oh boy. According to Hanyu, the Magatama wouldn't take effect until after a short period of time. By the time we peeled Rena away from Oishi and took her out of the mahjong parlor, she suddenly gone back to her normal self. But we couldn't waste time because if we did, she'd start getting cozy with Keiichi. We got on our bikes and rushed to the shrine. Why not ask Akasaka to take you back by car, or Oishi, with his cold AC on this warm night? Man, this really is taking a while. It was just about dinner time and now this old man is starving. But it's good that we settled everything safely. Though it may be rude to Rena of me to say, but today was rather fun. Fun or not, we got a glimpse of how terrifying Rena really is. Can't say I'm totally satisfied with the ending, though. Why not? Did we not resolve things safely and smoothly? You're being a bit odd, Mion-san. For some reason, Mion didn't seem to be very amused seeing Rena and Keiichi riding side by side. It was funny to me, so I let it slide. Alright, Rena, Keiichi, once you clean your hands, you two have to pray, and keep praying until I say it's okay. Got it. Come on, Rena, let's get this over with and settle things. If we waste time, that weird power will start affecting you again. Yeah. Little by little. Well, I think I feel it coming on. Hey, Rika, this is bad. Please hurry. I am hurrying, so you focus your mind on prayer. Alright. Hey, Keiichi. What? Back there when you saved me. Thanks. Do I look like I'd abandoned a friend? There's no need to thank me. Okay. The things you said to me back then, well, I was kind of happy, kind of. When you said you'd rescue me, that by itself, even though my mind was all fuzzy, I heard it loud and clear. It made me happy. I didn't mean anything special by it. Well, it just seemed like the right thing to say at the time, and I mean, it's pretty cliche. Keiichi-kun, you wanted to get the Magatama out of your stomach as soon as you can, right? That's a dumb question. I don't want to have some weird thing stuck in there forever. Right. It would bother you if, well, someone like Rena started clinging to you. Hey, don't get me wrong here. I'm not in a rush because I hate you or anything. I mean, when the power starts up again, you'll start clinging to me, right? I mean, I'm a man too, so I wouldn't hate that, but your emotions being toyed with, I don't think that's fair. Because that's not how you really feel, right? That love you have is for the person you actually fall in love with. It's unfair to them if you let this weirdo mystical power direct it at me. Yeah, you're right. Oh, but Keiichi-kun, back when we were playing Mahjong, did you hear the others talk about how amazing it is that I match myself to my partner? Well, I guess. This isn't just me being humble, but everyone can put in the work to get someone they fall in love with to like them back if they want. It's not a special power Rena has. If the person you liked said they liked homemade cookies, Rena isn't the only one who would want to do her best to make some. Mi-chan and Satoko and Rika would all would. And of course, you have that power too, Keiichi. Is that how it works? I guess I can relate to liking your homemade cookies though, Rena. I really thought they were delicious when I ate them yesterday. Thanks. And Rena doesn't always match herself to her partner either. Sometimes when she tries to pull them into her own world, she drags them in without thinking of the bother she's being. You mean with the treasure hunting? Well, at first I was pretty confused about that. I was surprised when I first learned that a normal girl had a hobby like that, but it ended up being a good memory for me. Yeah, it makes sense it confused you. Because it's weird. Rena shouldn't bother inviting you out for that. If the other person doesn't seem like they'll enjoy it, it's probably better not to force them to come, yeah. There are a lot of nice guys out there who are too soft to say anything. Yeah, you're right. But don't get me wrong, I've always thought it was fun. After all, I promised that if tomorrow's club ends early, I'll go treasure hunting with you again. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Well, I'll stick with you until you find someone you truly want to bring on a treasure hunt. So don't worry, and leave the manual labor to me. But I don't think I'd be able to move a refrigerator by myself. Oh no. Keiichi-kun, the Magatama Fuwarazu, its power is coming up again. Oh crap, that's not good. Just focus on praying for now. Those feelings will go away in a few moments, so hold tight. You're right. They'll disappear soon. Sheesh, I can't believe a god made such an annoying treasure. You should think about the trouble he's causing. Maybe. But well, I think it was a wonderful treasure. Some people really like someone. They really love them and need something to give them a little push. I'm sure there have always been lots of people like that. This magic treasure gives people like that a lot of happiness, I think. Well, you're the biggest victim of all this. You're the biggest victim of all this, so I guess I can agree. No more. Hey, Rika, again, hurry. I am hurrying. I'm going as fast as I can. Keiichi-kun, this, it might not be how I really feel. It might be the Magatama's power, okay? Well, Rena Ryugu, she really loves you, Keiichi-kun. I just wanted to tell you that, since the magic is going away soon. Stupid. That's a baka. Yes. Don't let the power get the better of you. It's like they're trying to exorcise a monk, and they're chanting, like, you have Rika chanting prayer, waving around like one of those wands with like paper at the end, and she's throwing rice at them, and the monk is like, you know, underneath a waterfall, praying to Buddha or some shit, focusing his mind so that he can be exorcised. Except here you have a girl confessing to a boy. Whoa, Rika is doing all of that? That's really fucking funny. Yeah, I hope the Magatama's magic goes away soon. Because if it doesn't, then no matter how brave my words are, it wouldn't tell you anything. Did you hear that, Rika? Rena just confessed to Keiichi. Yeah, I heard just fine. I don't give a damn about Keiichi, but this ticks me off for some reason. Maybe I'll make them bunny hop up and down the shrine stairs and tell them it's part of the ritual. It was a good thing Mion and Satoko couldn't hear that. If they had, they'd probably drop Keiichi into a 100 game long losing streak of punishment games. Should I tell them about it right now? It would probably feel perfectly refreshing. Akasaka, if you were here, why didn't you come to my place and say hello instead of being so absorbed with your mahjong? Maybe I'll go tell him. Maybe I'll go tell on him to his wife in Tokyo and make a few things up along the way. And yet, with the kind of day today was, there was one certain idiot wearing a refreshed smile, as though something good had happened. Onigashiki Village was always a very small world. They needed something wonderful to happen once in a while. That was why I granted them the Magatama of Fuwarazu. Look, I know you're trying to wrap everything up now, but you're going to start stalking this newborn couple with that dumb smirk, aren't you? That's mean. That's a mean way to say it. If you've forgotten, I'm a god. That was very disrespectful. If I apologize for being disrespectful, I'd have to make a few offerings to put you back in a good mood, right? Those cream puffs I had Akasaka bring back? Oh, how strange. I've got powered up kimchi cream puffs, a red-hot spiciness the likes of which this country has never tasted before, coming your way. Maybe they'll go well with bok choy. And those would go terribly together. Kimchi's for the grilled meat store. Cream puffs are for my refined and elegant breaks. It's the same with the toilet cleaners. Don't mix them, it's dangerous. Hey, Rika. How long do we have to do this? Oh, I'm sorry. The ritual is over now, so you're all good for now. Nippa. I'm starving from using up all my power, so I'll have to eat a big plate of kimchi as soon as possible. Anyway. Well, we had a half-baked ending, but everything worked out peacefully. For that night, anyway. How? Chia-sensei, help me, please. It's a molester. What? That's cruel, Rena. You promised me yesterday. Look, I got you a nurse outfit in your size. Let's have a private photo shoot, just you and me. No. You're sweaty, so let me go. Hands off, Jiro. Rena really doesn't want you doing that. No, you let go, Takaro. I finally found my soulmate and the greatest photo subject in the world. I'm gonna fill all my film with pictures of Rena in a nurse outfit. Oh, I'm taking you home. He's even saying omochikairi. Rena doesn't have any interest in dirty apes like you. Right, Rena? Starting today, you can call me One-sama, okay? Oh no, your tie is crooked. Both of you, let me go. Why is this happening to me? Why? This isn't because of the Magatama, so I can't do anything else. To take responsibility, I'll only eat a mixture of kimchi, wasabi, and mustard for all 3 meals today. Or wasabi. Oh, Rika, you're an ogre, a savage. And think about what you've done. And once you're sorry, make a magic love item that's a bit more considerate and then give it to me. You better promise. God damn, what a fucking ending. So I was told this was about like almost 4 hours. Um, which is why I was like, well, I was thinking of stopping like right before the mahjong session. But I mean, we went for about 2.5, which is pretty good. Apparently the console version, which is the one that we played through today. No, we played through the original PC version. The console version was about 3 hours. So either I was reading very quickly, or the game was a lot shorter than I thought. Or maybe it's because the others were like on autoplay or something when I got the estimates, and then the machine is just reading slower than I am, because this time I had to actually read everything. Unlike the other Higurashi streams where I would have it basically on autoplay. I mean, I would, press spacebar or enter or whatever after they were done talking instead of leaving it on autoplay, so that I could also have control over when I would read the sections with no audio. But in this case, that was a little different. But still, that was a lot of fun. That was a very cute and fun chapter. Very lighthearted, especially considering what normally happens in these Higurashi titles. So that was pretty good. We'll probably check out Daybreak at some point in the future, like the actual game. Maybe for like a little bit, maybe not. We'll see. But I think for now, this would be a good stopping point for today. So let's get ready to swap on over to the ending screen.